And even today, it's such an effort for him to come. But he is coming, and I see it as an act of love from him to us. So Gurumaj coming with his very delicate health, coming to spend this time with us and go through what he has told me directly, the painful process of Vyasa puja, just for his love, based on his love for us. So that is something that we can truly embrace. I want to welcome the devotees online. I think they're already watching. And that is, you can watch on ISKCON Durban channels on Facebook, Mayapur TV, and also on Partha Sarathi Das Goswami's Facebook page. If you are having issues with sound, you can try either platform. So while we are here gathered, dressed in our finery, and have a beautiful Vyasa-san, and we're going to do all this physical worship, Gurumaj has said that the real Guru Dakshin, the real worship of the disciple, is offering one's heart. So I ask each and every one of you to carry that in your heart today while we worship, while we do this external worship for Gurumaj. Carry it in your heart. What is our offering? Where are our thoughts? Where is our japa? And let's have a mindful meditation on Gurumaj's lotus feet. So without further ado, we will continue with Kirtan. Gurumaj is just a few minutes away, so it is going to start very, very soon. But Yavat Prabhu, are you ready? So while we wait for Yavat Prabhu to set up. So devotees, just remember, keep the chairs available for older people. They will be coming in. There's a lot of devotees outside. Please try to keep that area, the foyer area, free-flowing. Remember, if you are under 60 and don't need to sit on a chair, then please give your chair up. Are we ready, Yavat? Okay. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Rama. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakaji Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakaji Sadma Bando Moi Savadhana Mate Yahara Prasade Bhai He Bhava Doriya Jai Krishna Prapti Hoya Hoite Guru Mukha Padmavatya Chitete Goriya Kya Arana Kori Ho Mane Bhasha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Ye Prasade Pure Sarva Asha Chakudan diloche janme janme prabhu se Divya gyan de prakashito Prema bhakti aha hote avidya vinashayate Vede gaya rachanito
Krishna. Dear devotees, please take your seats. Just a reminder, if you are under 70 and are able-bodied and can sit on the floor, please give your seat to older devotees or devotees who do not have good health. Dear devotees, please settle down so we may proceed. Welcome, one and all. Welcome to our ISKCON family, the devotees online. We want to welcome our KZN leadership devotees, Prabhanu Prabhu, Swarab Damodar Prabhu, and other leaders. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We also want to give a hearty welcome to Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami. And a hearty and warm welcome to the illustrious His Holiness Indradyumna Swami. Dear devotees, before we proceed, I just want to do some quick housekeeping. Please note there are two devotees, one representing Guru Maharaj's Facebook page who's doing a live feed, and Maharaj's photographer. Please give them preference in videoing and live streaming, please. Thank you. And the next part of the program is so the devotee who's going to speak next met Guru Maharaj when he was in primary school. He won the coloring competition at the 10 campaign. This is Radhashyam Prabhu from North Dean, who now is in Midrand, and he's going to present to us Guru Maharaj's devotional career over the last 50 years. Radhashyam Prabhu. Okay, so Radhashyam Prabhu, Guru Maharaj has requested to speak first. Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you. Getting a little fluey and coughing, and so I'm not too sure how long I will last. So I just speak something now and then. Om Agyana Timarandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshmalantam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapatam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunattam Vitam Tam Shajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Bharijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sakana Lalita. Everyone, Hey Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopikanta Tapta Kancha Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamani Hiri Priye Vanchakalpa Trubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Namahom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivashesha Sunyavadi Praskachati Satarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Asari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya So I'm greatly honored to be here in your presence. You're all Vaishnavas, and the presence of Srila Indradyumna Maharaj. So we'll read this verse. I think most of you know it. Tad vidi pranapatena paraparsena sevaya Upidakshanti te jnanam jnanayas tattvadarshanah. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 34. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. So Divya Gyan means transcendental knowledge. Gyan, Divya means superior, supreme truth. So spiritual master is supposed to impart this divine knowledge of the soul, that we are different to this body, knowledge of reincarnation, knowledge of this material nature, the mode of ignorance, passion, goodness, how it works, how they interact. Maya Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Guru Tattva. So we're fortunate within this ISKCON mission. This is the first time, as far as I know, in the Kali Yuga, that there is a bona fide spiritual institution with over 100 Diksha gurus working together to spread Srila Prabhupada's teachings, the teachings of our Guru Parampara all over the world. So I'm simply a servant. Although I may be acting as a Diksha Guru, I'm the servant of our Sampradaya, specifically the servant of Srila Prabhupada, who is the servant of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, who is the servant of Srila Gokishore, who is the servant of Bhaktivinoda, Srila Bhaktivinoda. And it goes back to Rupa and Raghunath. Therefore, sometimes we are referred to as Rupanugas, the followers of Rupa Goswami. So this is our particular line. There are other lines. There are other Sampradayas. Sri Sampradaya, Nimbaka, Rudra Sampradaya, But Lord Chaitanya chose to appear within the Madhva Sampradaya, and we are in that particular Sampradaya. So this knowledge is coming down from Lord Chaitanya. Then it went to Swarup Damodar Goswami, Rupa and Sanatan, and then to Krishnadas Kaviraj and Jiva Goswami, and then further down to Narottam, to Baladev Vidyupasana Jagannathas Babaji Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So the word Sampradaya, Sampradaya, is explained in the Gora Swarup Tattva Chandrika by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Sampradaya. Sam, S-A-M, means the correct in English, means the correct. Pra means superior, so the correct, superior. Daya means connection. Sampradaya, to connect with the correct, connect and correct knowledge, Sampradaya. So we're in this particular Sampradaya. As I said, there are other Sampradayas, and the Vaishnava should offer respect to any Vaishnava, anyone. Chotabada, Bhakti Gana, Vandanam Shicharam. Krishnadas Kaviraj says, I offer my respects to all Vaishnavas, whether lower or whether higher. Chota, Bada. You know, Chota, sometimes we call Chota Gornitai, small Gornitai. So whether they are neophyte or whether they're advanced, we offer them respect. Especially those within the Shri Radha Radhanath Ki Jai. Especially we have more respect and affection for the followers of Srila Prabhupada. And we're fortunate that in South Africa many of these Vaishnavas come and inspire us in Krishna consciousness. Inspiration is very important. Rupa Goswami has said, Utsahan Nishtayad, enthusiasm, inspiration. One has to be inspired. If you're not inspired in spiritual life can become mechanical. It can become a little dull. So that inspiration always has to be there. And one of our leading inspirers in ISKCON is sitting right here, Indraduna Maharaj. Very inspirational, with his festivals and tours and creating new areas to preach, like Rishikesh. And then also his dandavat.com, stimulation for ecstatic love. I really recommend that you should all tune into this, dandavat.com. And there are talks by senior Vaishnavas, Giriraj Swami. And Indraduna Maharaj always has a spot where he talks about different things which stimulate our love for especially Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Stimulation for ecstatic love. Sanskrit, it's udipan. And udipan, it stimulates your thoughts of Radha and Krishna. So Maharaj has been putting these out. I think you mentioned, 40 or 50? Some large number. And very well researched by his team, nicely presented. So our goal is actually Vrindavan. Prema Bhavato Mahan. Our goal is love of Krishna. But one should be more specific. It's not Krishna, but it is love of Krishna. A subtle difference. love of Krishna. So you can say in a general way, I love Krishna, but it should become more specific, especially as we advance, especially after 20 or 30 years. I see some of you have been practicing for 20 or 30 years. I can see in the crowd, sometimes 40 years. So eternally we have relationship with Lord Krishna in Vrindavan, Goloka Vrindavan, either with a servant or the friend, or the parent or the lover. So these relationships become gradually, I use that word, gradually manifest as your heart becomes purer and you begin to realize these things. Swabhavaki, this is a Sanskrit word, means naturally you begin to understand. It's not forced. So this is actually the real goal of Krishna consciousness, to develop our personal relationship with Lord Krishna, with Radharani. And Prabhupada has given us the method by which to attain this. So we simply have to follow that method, and we can all attain this very high goal. And it doesn't matter whether you're a woman or a man, whether you're married, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, or as our own Srila Prabhupada was married, or whether you're a sannyasi and you wear this saffron cloth and etc. So, and it has nothing to do with whether you're in a white body or an Indian body or a black body. Even you can be in an animal body, like Jatayu or Garuda. So, but generally it means human body, because we have that ability to understand, developed intelligence, rational animals. We are rational animals. So Prabhupada has given us this method, which he obtained from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, from Bhaktivinoda, all the way back. And we can attain perfection, actually, in this one lifetime. But the very fact that we are devotees in this lifetime strongly indicates we were devotees in the past life also. You're carrying on from where you left off. So my humble request is that we remain under the shelter of our Guru Parampara. We have our Diksha Gurus, Siksha Gurus, under the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Gokishore Bhaktivinoda. We should never separate Prabhupada from the Guru Parampara. And we should never separate the Guru Parampara from Srila Prabhupada. In other words, it doesn't stop or end at Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is simply repeating what he has realized from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta is repeating especially what he heard from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was his Siksha Guru and also Harinam Guru. And this goes all the way back to Rupa and Raghunath. So our ultimate goal is Vrindavan. If you cannot go there physically, then what do? You go there with your mind. Kuyid vasam pajasada, Rupa Goswami has said. And Sridham Mayapur is Gupta Vrindavan. It's covered. So these three places, Shri Vrindavan Dham, Shri Mayapur and Jagannath Puri, these are our destinations. We should meditate on them and visit. This means pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. And I know Srila Indradunamaj takes disciples around, and of course this is his base, Vrindavan. Srila Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj takes disciples and followers and he takes them around Vrindavan, Govardhan Hill. So we should always meditate on the ultimate goal, although we may be very far from it. There's no harm in meditating on that goal, but we shouldn't think we've attained it if we haven't. And even if you have attained that very high goal of being a resident in Vrindavan in your eternal spiritual body, which is called your Sarup or Sarup Siddhi, you never advertise it. You never show off. You don't even talk about it. So, but this is our goal. Rupa Goswami has given us, and Prabhupada in a very practical way has given us different methods by which we can practice devotional service. Printing books, publishing books, constructing temples, food for life, deity worship, painting, so many nice paintings. Numerous ways, numerous angas. Anga means limbs that help us attain that goal. But we should always remember what is the goal. Sometimes we get a little confused and we can't see the forest because of all the trees. So that ultimate goal should always be very clear in the mind. Sri Vrindavan Dham, following in the footsteps of an eternal associate in Sri Vrindavan Dham. So whatever nourishes that, we should follow that. Whatever nourishes, or pusti. Pusti means to nourish. So going to Sri Vrindavan Dham, thinking, meditating on Vrindavan, reading Krishna book, listening to talks by Indraduna Maharaj about things which stimulate our love for Vrindavan, like the dust of Vrindavan, etc. So that should always be there in the forefront, and we should understand that as our ultimate goal. So I feel very happy preaching here in South Africa and helping and assisting Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, and now we have the GBC, Govardhan Prabhu and others, temple presidents, senior Vaishnavas, all having great affection for Prabhupada. It's very wonderful, it's very pleasing, it's very satisfying. So thank you for coming on this occasion, and I request you recommit yourselves to this process, chanting Hare Krishna, 16 rounds every day, offering your food, reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and anything else which nourishes your enthusiasm in Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai, Jagannath Subhadra Balaram ki jai, Shri Nitai Gaur Hari ki jai, Gau Premanande.
Hare Krishna, His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami ki. Dear devotees, just some housekeeping again quickly. There are a lot of devotees in the back. If I can ask the men to please move a bit to the side so all the standing devotees can come through. If there's any space for the ladies, if you can please come forward. If you are under 70 and are able-bodied, please give your chair to somebody who needs it. Radhe Shyam Prabhu, we are waiting for you to make your way to the front. So I see that Indradyumna Swami is preparing to speak. So just very quickly, to properly introduce Indradyumna Swami. He needs no introduction, and I think Guru Maharaj said the most wonderful and accurate thing about Maharaj, that he is a Vraja devotee. For those of you that may remember, the last time Maharaj was with us at Vyasa Puja, it was totally extraordinary because he gave us the Pranam mantra, Guru Maharaj's Pranam mantra, that we are ever so grateful for when we Thank you, Maharaj. Many of us are chanting that mantra 3 times a day. Thank you so much for doing that. And also, he gave us so many instructions as disciples to fulfill Guru Maharaj's desires. So, thank you so much, Indradyumna Maharaj, for coming and being with us, and thank you.
Hare Krishna. Dear Partha Das Goswami, accept my most humble obeisances. All glories to our very dear Srila Prabhupada. I am delighted to be present at your 2023 Vyasa Puja celebration. Since you have a most humble nature, I understand your hesitancy to allow your disciples to bring offerings to you on this day. Nevertheless, I have seized this opportunity both to speak on their behalf and to share my appreciation of you. I hope you will permit me to glorify you, for such glorification is authorized by Scripture. In Srimad Bhagavatam 7.4.31, Narada Muni glorifies Prahlad Maharaj with the following words. He, Prahlad Maharaj, was completely cultured as a qualified Brahmana, possessing excellent character and a resolute determination to comprehend the absolute truth. To those worthy of respect, he behaved like a humble servant. Towards the needy, he acted as a compassionate father. Amongst equals, he displayed fraternal affection, and he regarded his teachers, spiritual guides, and senior godbrothers as no less than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On this auspicious occasion of your Vyasa Puja, all of us gathered here are overflowing with immense gratitude and admiration for your unwavering commitment and service to the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Your tireless efforts in disseminating Lord Krishna's message and the teachings of our founder Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, have touched the hearts of countless souls in South Africa and around the world. As a dedicated disciple of Srila Prabhupada, you are a shining embodiment of his divine grace. Your profound understanding of the scriptures and your ability to convey their wisdom in a relatable and heartfelt manner have played a pivotal role in guiding numerous souls on their spiritual journeys. Moreover, your unwavering faith in the holy names of the Lord has been a wellspring of inspiration. I am in awe of your commitment to hearing and chanting, despite your persistent health challenges. In such circumstances, even the most determined devotee might succumb to lamentation. For me, and certainly for your many followers, you personify the famous verse in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14-8. O Lord, one who patiently awaits your bestowal of causeless mercy, while enduring the reactions of past misdeeds and offering your heartfelt obeisances with body, words, and heart, is indeed eligible for liberation, as it becomes their rightful claim. I must clarify that in your case, you do not suffer for your own past misdeeds. Rather, you kindly and graciously accept those of your disciples making them eternally indebted to you. Your health challenges have limited your attendance at temple functions, but please know that this in no way diminishes your influence within the South African yatra. Your historic and legendary tent campaign is still remembered and revered. Your concern for your disciples and other devotees in the yatra is also deeply appreciated. It is said that you have an unofficial devotee care program in Durban, and you generously contribute to it financially. Your mere presence in Durban radiates spiritual vitality to all your disciples, followers, and admirers. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has proclaimed, Yanhara Dharshane Mukhi Aishe Krishna Nam, Tahare Janiha Tumi Vaishnava Pradhan. A first-class Vaishnava is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy names of Krishna. And when you do join us on special occasions like today, it fills the Vaishnava community with great joy. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:48-31. Nayamayani tirtani devamaric jale maya te punat yurukalena darshana deva sharavaha. No one can deny that there are holy places with sacred rivers, or that the demigods appear in deity forms made of earth and stone. But these purify the soul only after a long time, whereas a saintly person purifies us just by being seen. You hold a deep appreciation for your godbrothers and godsisters and for their contributions to Srila Prabhupada's preaching mission. I have heard that you have over 150 pictures of devotees in the room where you chant japa. I have also heard that you honor dried remnants of their prasadam on Dvadasi days to break your fast. Your unwavering faith in Scripture, especially Srila Prabhupada's commentaries, is unshakable. Your conviction regarding the absolute nature of the holy names is legendary amongst those fortunate enough to know you. Your attachment to Govardhan Hill, where you spend 5 months a year, is exemplary. Your fear of committing offenses and your faith in the power of prayer are inspiring. All of this brings to mind the words of Maharaj Parikshit to Shukadev Goswami. Sanityate Mahayogin Patakani Mahatyapi Sajyo Nasyati Vaipumsham Vishnur Iva Shure Tarak. Just as the atheist cannot remain in the presence of the personality of Godhead, so also the innumerable sins of a man are immediately vanquished in your presence, O saint, O great mystic. I feel immensely privileged to be part of this gathering today. You and the other members of this august assembly offer the potential for tangible spiritual progress. On such occasions, the words of the Subhishta Ratna Bandhagaram resonate. Astajana sanjana sangi sangat karoti dushadyam api hasadyam pushpas chairak pachambu shiro didrud pipili kachumbati chanda bimam. By the association of great souls, a rascal can achieve the impossible, just as an ant in the association of a flower adorning Lord Shiva's hair can touch the moon. May you continue to inspire and guide all of us on the path of devotional service, and may your devotion to Srila Prabhupada and the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition shine brightly for generations to come. Today I join your disciples, friends, and well-wishers in thanking Shri Shri Radhanath for this special occasion today. Your very presence has nourished our souls, and we are ever eager for your association. Chandanam nilatam loke, chanda adapi chandrama, chandra chandana yor madhye, shitala sharu sangiti. On this planet, the intrinsic nature of sandalwood is that it's very cooling amongst other refrigerants. More cooling than sandalwood is the moon, and even more cooling than sandalwood and the moon is the association of a sadhu like you. With gratitude and appreciation, your servant, friend, and admirer, Indradumna Swami. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for that wonderful offering. And it's something for all of us to carry in our hearts. I'm sure Sri Dhamma Prabhu will send it on the broadcast so we can look at it later and make notes. So thank you again, Maharaj, for your heartfelt guidance and warmth and appreciation. So now we will go back to Radhashyam Prabhu at last. Yavad Prabhu, can you help with the mic? Oh, he's there already. Okay. Yavad Prabhu? Oh, okay. Thank you, Patita Pavan Prabhu. So I was saying that he won the coloring competition at the 10 campaign when he was in primary school. So I think it's really apt that Radhashyam Prabhu tells us about Guru Maharaj's 50 years of service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dear Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Indradumna Swami, Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to our dearest Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, the devotees of the Lord. Das Goswami Nam Vande, Nama Bhajana Samshrayam, Yamya Desha Guru Desha, Stapakam Srita Vatsalam. I offer my respectful obeisances to Das Goswami, who helped pioneer the mission of Srila Prabhupada in the southernmost tip of the world. He is devoted to bhajan and is caring and affectionate to all those that take shelter of his lotus feet. Actually, this beautiful prayer, which is a pranam mantra for His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj, was composed in 2006 by, anybody who wants to guess? His Holiness Indradumna Swami. It's actually an appropriate offering that captures the life of Maharaj. Today, whilst we celebrate the Vyasa puja of one of Srila Prabhupada's sons, we also acknowledge the 50 years of dedicated service to his spiritual master. Now, 50 years later, particularly South Africans are very much aware of the Hare Krishnas. Krishna consciousness has taken its root in the southernmost tip of the world and is with evidence blossoming. Of course, there are challenges and they won't end. In South Africa, we now have 19 temples and centers, with the latest being opened in Klerksdorp this last Sunday, the 1st of October. Add to this the almost 30 Food for Life kitchens, the ongoing Ratha Yatras around the country. It is easy to it is easy to conclude that Mahaprabhu's prediction of the holy name will be heard in every town and village. And this is manifesting. Srila Prabhupada once famously told Tamal Krishna Maharaj that preaching means there is results. Without reservation, these results would feature in His Holiness Partha Sarathi Maharaj's report card. For what we know, what we have now, and will certainly experience more in our lifetime, we got to acknowledge the contribution of the pioneer preachers in our movement, who have given their lives to ensure the foundation is laid and firmed. Knowing the mood of my spiritual master, His Holiness Partha Sarathi Maharaj, it will cause him a great disappointment if we didn't acknowledge the contribution of his god brothers, particularly those that are present here. His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu, who is somewhere around, and His Holiness Indradumna Swami. His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami and His Grace Medhavi Prabhu, who are not here, this evening continue to play a pivotal role, and so do many of the devotees who rightfully have earned the badges of honor in serving ISKCON for long periods of time. And one example is His Grace Govardhan Seva Prabhu, who has been assisting ISKCON since the mid-1980s. We've also had to say farewell to some great personalities of our times who have done so much for our yatra. Today, though, Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Ki Jai. Today, though, we take account of His Holiness Partha Sarathi Goswami Maharaj's 50 years of serving Srila Prabhupada. The Western glamorization of a 50-year jubilee is marked with gold. Lord Chaitanya appeared in a golden complexion full of love. Our Srila Prabhupada was earmarked to spread this cult of Mahaprabhu all over the earth. Srila Prabhupada was a master organizer, carrying sanctions from the Brahma Sampradaya. He had to engage embodied souls with appropriate punya to help him distribute the message of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. For all of us present here today, our Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj and his godbrothers and sisters met the criteria and were selected. This is our great, great fortune. Our greatest misfortune would be to underestimate this. Maharaj had, at the age of 21, left London for the southernmost tip of the world. He carried the burden of planting Krishna consciousness in a country that was at that time not open to diversity and strongly run by Christian methods with a colonial mindset. He established and managed a most successful 10-campaign program over 15 years in South Africa. Today, many years later, you will still meet people who have either direct connection with the 10 campaign or have been influenced by someone that has been to the 10 programs. During this time, Maharaj has been at the forefront of preaching in South Africa. His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami, at last year's Campfire Festival in the South Coast, referred to Maharaj as the personification of preaching in South Africa. The preaching and welfare of devotees in our yatra is so dear to His Holiness that he refers to our country as his Prabhu Datta Desh. In modern times, we celebrate success of wealth, the accumulation of material things, and fame. The real success, even in modern times, is the ability to transform the hearts and minds of those seeking an end to the pendulum of life, happiness and distress. The true influencer is able to alert you that you are actually living this pendulum lifestyle and motivates you to correct the situation. We refer to this as mercy. His Holiness Partha Sarathi Maharaj is a mercy giver. Maharaj has not hidden the alleged blemishes of his temporary body. He speaks and writes of his ill health openly. I personally know of people who take a lot of comfort knowing that even a Swami battles through bad bargains. In his journal, Maharaj mentions that he sees himself as trying to set the example of one who tolerates weak health and sees it as Krishna's mercy. Despite his poor health, Maharaj continues to inspire and motivate disciples and well-wishers to push against the tide and keep the diligence of sadhana, reading and studying Srila Prabhupada's books, and working together to push this ISKCON movement forward. His desire to see cooperation amongst the devotee community, where we function as a battalion of Srila Prabhupada's soldiers, is well known. Just take note of how many times we have heard Maharaj say, strength in unity, or tolerate, and cooperate. Many of our temples have these words placed in strategic areas to remind ourselves of the behavior necessary to progress in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, I'd just like to mention three personalities really come to my mind. One is Bhimo Prasad Prabhu, who is my godbrother and very friendly to Indraduna Maharaj. Passed away. What was it? Diabetic. Bhimo Prasad Prabhu helped a lot. Then, of course, Shamlal Prabhu. We all know him, Shamlal Prabhu. So now he is in the spiritual world, Shamlal Prabhu. And Shruti Kirti Prabhu, who was also very friendly with Indraduna Maharaj. So these three personalities really fill in my mind. And also mentioned Govardhan Seva, who helped since 1981, his good wife. And of course there are others, like Hari Griva Prabhu, Sri Hari. Hari Griva was his first name. Sri Hari Prabhu, Tribhanga Prabhu, Nandakumar. Together, this Krishna consciousness is not one man's business. It's not one man. When Indraduna Maharaj does his Polish tours, you have a whole team of a team of a team. It's not one person. So we should always remember these personalities also. Haribol. And of course Ramanuja Prabhu, who was here when Prabhupada came. So we offer our respects to Ramanuja Prabhu.
His Grace Ramanuja Prabhu ki jai. So I'm just going to start at the last sentence where I said many of our temples have these words placed in strategic areas to remind ourselves of the behavior necessary to progress in Krishna consciousness. But what about Guru groupism? Maharaj is always pointing out that Guru is plural, that we should always consider Siksha from other devotees. His Holiness is truly a fatherly person, a well-wisher, seeing far into the future, guiding his children, his nephews and nieces, to remain united. By us holding on to the family spirit, we can overcome differences and difficulties, and it sets the foundation stronger for the 10,000 years ahead. Maharaj continues to preach irrespective of his poor health. He has written many books, spent time with his japa, studies and studies more, spends more time in the holy Dham, especially Govardhan Hill. Maharaj is noted for praying for the welfare of others. His altar and paraphernalia are testament. Many of us have first-hand experience of this. So devotees, what lies ahead? As expected in the material world, His Holiness Partha Sarathi Goswami Maharaj's Vapu is in a diminishing state, and we should be guarded against distraction and familiarity with him. In the Bhagavatam, when King Malayadvaj, a great devotee, had divided his kingdom amongst his sons to focus his full attention on Sri Krishna in a solitary place, Srila Prabhupada writes in his purport, everyone should be engaged in preaching the cult of Krishna consciousness. In other words, when disciples are grown up and able to preach, the spiritual master should retire and sit down in a solitary place to write and execute Nirjan Bhajan. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also affirmed this. Srila Prabhupada continues in his purport. Following this example, the devotees of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness now render service as preachers in various parts of the world. Now they can allow the spiritual master to retire from active preaching work. In the last stage of the spiritual master's life, the devotees of the spiritual master should take preaching activities into their own hands. In this way, the spiritual master can sit down in a solitary place and render Nirjan Bhajan. Dear devotees, the message is clear from Srila Prabhupada. The devotees of the spiritual master, whether Siksha or Diksha, will need to take on this responsibility of our founder Acharya's disciples. Every intelligent person must support and facilitate persons such as Partha Sarathi Maharaj and his peers. This is our duty, our devotional service, to support those who have dedicated themselves to preaching this philosophy. The service of His Holiness Partha Sarathi Goswami Maharaj has been ably supported by His Grace Sri Dham Prabhu, who has remained at Maharaj's side for almost 3 decades. We are greatly indebted to you, Sri Dham Prabhu, and pray for your well-being always. On this momentous feat, and this applies equally to Maharaj's godbrothers, some are present here today, and his god sisters, and those who have sacrificed so much over the years to push this movement forward, we offer our gratitude and place our heads at your lotus feet. You are indeed the embodiment of sacrifice and determination. We are eternally grateful and forever indebted to you. You are our masters. Das Goswami Nam Vande Nama Bhajana Samshrayam Yamya Desha Guru Desha Stapakam Srita Vatsalam. All glories to Srila Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to our Guru Param. Shri Shri Radharanath Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. It is my understanding, Radhesham Prabhu, that you have a video to show us. So we'd like to formally welcome His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu. We are so blessed to have Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu be a resident of Sri Sri Radha Radhanath Temple. Just by his presence, we are sanctified and have the protection of Srila Prabhupada. What I can say about Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu and Guru Maharaj is that Guru Maharaj has great, great affection for him. I've seen over the years how Guru Maharaj always honors him. I remember many years ago, this was over 20 years ago, I did a national Vyasa puja book. And at that time, I didn't know Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu's full name. And I published it in his short name, and Guru Maharaj called me and he chastised me because he said that we must honor his godbrothers as much as we honor him. And I've seen over the years Guru Maharaj is always thinking favorably of Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu. He's always wanting to help him and assist him in any way possible. So Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu, thank you so much for coming to spend time with us and celebrate with us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I'm very happy to be here this evening with all of the devotees, and everyone is so much appreciative of His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj, who has done so much to establish Krishna consciousness, not just in South Africa, but in other places in the world. I first met Maharaj 49 years ago in Johannesburg. I had to come from Nairobi, and at that time there were 2 countries, South Africa, and at that time it was called Rhodesia, which were under, they had a white-controlled government. The rest of Africa was basically black-controlled government, but there was one country, Malawi, that didn't, they kept relations on both sides. So for me to come from Nairobi, I had to fly to Zambia, and then go to Malawi, and then go to Rhodesia, which at that time was known as Rhodesia, to get a visa for South Africa. And on the application form, they asked, this was in Salisbury, which is now Harare, they asked on the form, are you of pure European descent? So, this was a different time. And then I arrived eventually in Johannesburg, and we had a house at 59 Muller Street in Yeovil in Johannesburg. And Partha Maharaj was worshipping deities of Gorni Tai, like brass, about this high. But these were, most deities of Gorni Tai, they have both arms in the air, but these, let's see, I'm trying to think of which one. It was Lord Chaitanya. Okay, Lord Chaitanya had one arm up and one arm to the side, and Nityananda was the other side. And then when Srila Prabhupada came also, we would play the prayer sung by Jamuna, Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay. Thank you, it's very nice. And Prabhupada would offer obeisances and fold his arms in front of these deities, which were dressed and worshipped by Partha Das Goswami Maharaj. And also, in preparation for Srila Prabhupada's arrival, Partha Maharaj made a Vyasa with a big back. And it was like a box, but it was upholstered with bolsters, and the back of the back would attach with, bolts and nuts. So Partha Maharaj made this for Srila Prabhupada. And wherever Prabhupada went to do a program, we'd bring this Vyasa to honor Srila Prabhupada. So he would have a very nice place to stay. I'd sit. And I know Maharaj, he appreciated Srila Prabhupada much more than I did. Maharaj has always had much more, he's always been more advanced than I did. And we all know about the tent campaign. You went to the Christian tent campaigns with Mahavidya? With Tulsi. They wanted to see the preaching that the Christians were doing, and that's where he got that idea. To go around. Wow. I heard a story from Bhakti. Oh yes, and then Partha Maharaj had a bus, and he would always drive it around, and he would stay in the bus, but he would find some very, someone who was favorable to our society, so that he could go there and take a bath. And so he would stay in this bath. Sometimes he would cook, he would worship the deities. And then he'd have this program. And in those days, in the beginning, there was no television in South Africa. And if somebody would see a movie, it was a big deal. And they used to have 16 millimeter projectors. And we had a 16 millimeter projector. And we had the same movies produced by Yadubara, like the Hare Krishna people, and Vrindavan, the land of Krishna, and Spiritual Frontier, which was about New Vrindavan. And we'd show these, and the people, they loved it. And it wasn't like now, where everybody's watching a movie on their smartphone. But to watch a movie, you'd have to have your own projector and your own, it was big, they were actually films. Nowadays we say film, but a film they were on reels. And it got a bit wild sometimes. Sometimes we'd have a hoven on the stage, because the people really liked hovens. But sometimes there was no wood for the hovens. So the chairs were made out of wood. They were folding chairs. So sometimes when there was no wood for the hoven, we'd break up the folding chairs and use it. And then Partha Maharaj, his shorter term, he would go and visit people in their homes. He was very compassionate. This is the difference. See, a Kanishta Adhikari, when first is somebody who is interested in their own salvation. This is natural. Krishna says there's 4 types of persons who come to me. Those who are in distress, those who are in need of money, those who are inquisitive, and those who are in knowledge. So many people, we find practically everyone is in distress in this world. When I saw Prabhupada in San Francisco in 1969, I was a hippie. I had long hair down to my shoulders, blonde, so I can tell blonde jokes. Do you want to hear a good blonde joke? Okay, this blonde, she walked into a shop with a pig under her arm. And the shopkeeper said, "Where did you get the dumb animal?" And the pig said, "I won her at a raffle." Anyway, that wasn't very Krishna conscious, but it's pretty funny. So, Prabhupada, he said, I understand that so many of the young people, they're frustrated. And a lot of people here, they're frustrated because we can't fulfill our desires. We have so many things we want to do. But Prabhupada said, I understand the young people, they're frustrated. He said, you should be frustrated because this material world is a frustrating place. So we shouldn't think that everything should be perfect and we should get everything we want, because we won't be satisfied. We'll only be satisfied when we have a desire to attain to Krishna consciousness. And ultimately, we have to become purified. There's 5 things that Lord Chaitanya said are most important. Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura Vas, Srimurtira Shraddhaya Sevan. Associating with devotees, chanting the holy names, and hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, living in the land of Mathura, or a holy place, or worshipping the deity with great faith. Lord Chaitanya said these 5 things are most important. So Partha Maharaj would preach mostly to the Indians. At that time, the apartheid was very strict, so it was and he was preaching in Indian areas. And he would set up in different areas, sometimes in other cities like Peter Maritzburg. And he would stay in his bus. I heard this story from Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. And then, because he's so attractive, sometimes the lighties would want to come and see him. You know what a lightie is? A young boy. So he had this boy would kind of hang around and stay with Maharaj. And some people were coming. They wanted to see Maharaj, but Maharaj was taking rest because he was working really hard, doing all these programs, visiting people, setting up. So he just said, tell them to go away. So this lightie, he goes out and tells these people, go away! Then he comes back to see Maharaj, and Maharaj told him, he said, tell them to go away nicely. And then the boy goes out, tells the people, go away nicely! Anyway, I heard that from Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. So because of this preaching and his compassion, a Kanishta Adhikari, he's interested in his own salvation, but one who's more advanced is a Madhyama Adhikari, and they feel compassion for the suffering of the living entities and wants to save them and deliver them from this material world, just like Srila Prabhupada. And Partha Maharaj was so compassionate to go around and do this tent campaign and preaching about Krishna consciousness and chanting, getting everyone to chant Hare Krishna. And then we set up the service groups. Now they're called Namahatas. And he did so much. And one of our politicians, Mr. Rajbansi, he was so inspired by that that he could see ISKCON is going to stop the Indians from losing their culture. That's the way he said it. He was afraid the Indians were all going to be converted to become Christians. And he saw that what Partha Maharaj was doing was so powerful to help the Hindus maintain their culture and become Krishna conscious, so that he became a big supporter, and he got us this land for our temple from Mr. Rajbansi, and that we were having some difficulty getting work permits because, and he he worked with the government to get us all work permits for establishing Krishna consciousness. So he's maybe the most powerful preacher of Krishna consciousness in South Africa. And he's so kind to everyone. So we have to transition from being a Kanishta Adhikari to a Madhyam Adhikari. Kanishta means you're only interested in your own salvation or your own happiness. But a Madhyam Adhikari, we become purified by these 5 things. We become purified, and we start to develop compassion for the suffering of others. But Prabhupada said sometimes the Uttama Adhikari, the most elevated, Shri Shri Radha Radhanath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada Ki. So Srila Prabhupada, anyway, sometimes the Uttama Adhikari comes down to the Madhyam Adhikari level, where we feel compassion for others and try to elevate them through our preaching. And we find many, because of Maharaja's influence, many devotees who may have had more selfish desires when they came to Krishna consciousness, they've become more into preaching and elevating and feeling compassion for others. So thank you for hearing about my feelings for Maharaj. He's a very great soul. Indradyumna Maharaj, he's also a great soul. And we're very fortunate to have their association. His Holiness Partha Sarathi Maharaj Ki. His Holiness Indradyumna Maharaj Ki.
Hare Krishna. His Grace Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu Ki. So while we set up the video, I just want to say Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu spoke about the Vyasa San Guru Maharaj built. And if you look at those 2 posters back there, that's the Vyasa San that Guru Maharaj built for Srila Prabhupada. Also, Ramanuja Acharya Prabhu was talking about how Guru Maharaj preached to the Indians. So during that time in apartheid, it was a Christian government, and any non-Christian activity was very carefully monitored. Nashvin, we are waiting for the setup while... Okay, so Guru Maharaj was actually restricted to preaching only to the Indians. And even in that situation, it was dangerous for him. I remember once he told me a story when the police came after him and he slid under the scaffolding to hide from them. And while he was hiding, he got covered in red ants and was bitten. And if anybody has been bitten by a red ant, you know that was not pleasant. So he had endured many things for us. And it's just such a wonderful thing to hear from all the devotees what Guru Maharaj has done for us. And now we can watch a video compiled by Radheshyam Prabhu. And maybe we'll see a little bit of what's happening in the 10 campaign.
In the heart of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, there exists a spiritual luminary whose life and teachings continue to inspire and illuminate the path of devotion. Welcome to a celebration of the life and wisdom of a revered Guru, a spiritual guide and a beacon of divine love. who has spent 50 years in the ISKCON. He is the embodiment of devotion and a living testament to the transformative power of spirituality in Krishna consciousness. His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj, formerly Robert Newham Cole, was born on Wednesday the 19th of November 1952 to his parents Kerry and Margaret Cole. He grew up with his younger brother and younger sister. In 1970, at age 18, he explored his interest in spirituality by studying the teachings of Freud, Adler, and Carl Jung. He explored Taoism, the Way, and Zen Buddhism. He watched documentaries on the Hare Krishnas, Transcendental Meditation, Sufism, and the Guru Maharaj Ji sect. His thirst for knowledge had begun and needed to be quenched. In 1972, while studying engineering at Liverpool University, he met the Hare Krishnas and purchased his first Back to Godhead magazine. This was a momentous moment, and it was his first experience of Srila Prabhupada and ISKCON. In 1973, he encountered the Hare Krishnas again, this time performing Sankirtan outside Woolworths. He donated 40 pence to Prabhu Vishnu Prabhu and received an invitation to an ISKCON program, another pivotal moment on his spiritual journey. During this time, he purchased the Sri Ishopanishad and finished the book in only 2 weeks. He was hooked on devotional service and received a taste for Bhakti Yoga. A month later, a 20-year-old Robert Cole shaved his head and joined ISKCON. He then met Srila Prabhupada in May 1973, who was visiting London, and took his initiation in July of 1973. Srila Prabhupada gave him the name Partha Sarathi Das. This was Sri Krishna's name when he was the charioteer of Arjuna. In August of 1973, with the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, Partha Sarathi Prabhu made his way to Ireland to preach in Dublin.
Everything inanimate and animate within this universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. And so you call yourself God? Oh no, we're not God. I'm a humble servant of a servant of a servant. I'm a puppet. And I'm coming to realise this. It's very beads all the time with that. Yeah, we wear beads. It's a sort of a vital part of our it's described in the Vedic philosophy. No, we chant on these beads. We chant this mantra, this mind release. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare.
In May of 1974, a spiritual warrior, Partha Sarathi Prabhu, landed in South Africa. He set up preaching programs all over the country, including Cape Town, Johannesburg, and Durban.
Names for the Supreme.
It was in Durban that he launched the famous tent campaigns. These were held in Pietermaritzburg, Escourt, Ladysmith, Newcastle, Standerton, Bethel, and then moved to Johannesburg. These tent campaigns were prominent around South Africa for over 15 years. They were the spiritual seeds that Partha Sarathi Prabhu had planted to propagate ISKCON throughout South Africa. The impact of Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj's teachings is evident in the lives of countless individuals who have found solace, purpose, and a deeper connection to the divine through his guidance. One such devotee is Sri Dharma Prabhu, who took it upon himself to serve Maharaj full-time as his personal secretary from February 1994 to this day. His service to his Guru spans 3 decades and is one of the longest serving periods in ISKCON. In March of 2006, His Holiness Niranjan Swami gave Maharaj his sannyasi initiation. This is where he was given the name His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj has preached around the world, including the US, Europe, Asia, and Africa. He has spent a significant amount of time building Krishna consciousness in Ukraine, where his devotees eagerly await his visits each year. Currently, Maharaj splits his time between South Africa, Ukraine, and India, preaching and sharing his knowledge of the absolute truth. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj serves as a guiding light, reminding us of the importance of spirituality, compassion, and selflessness. He has preached and served every day for 50 years. This incredible soul is a timeless reminder that love, magnanimity, and selfless service, no matter where in the world, are the cornerstones of a fulfilling spiritual journey. His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, devotees, for being with us today. I just want to check with the devotees in the back standing. Are you okay? You can just raise your hands if you're okay back there. Right. Thank you so much for standing all this while. We're going to move along. Thank you so much, Radhesham Prabhu, for the wonderful video. We will ask Ram Vijay Prabhu if you can please read an offering from His Grace Medhavi Prabhu. So Medhavi Prabhu is, he spent many years in Cape Town Temple, and Guru Maharaj has always spoken so fondly of Medhavi Prabhu, and many years ago Medhavi Prabhu says how Guru Maharaj saved him from drowning. They were swimming and Guru Maharaj actually saved him. So he has such high regard for Guru Maharaj, and every year he writes such sweet words. So thank you so much, Ram Vijay Prabhu.
This is the offering from Medhavi Prabhu. Dear Partha Sarathi Goswami Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept these few, mostly incoherent words in an attempt to appreciate your outstanding service to Srila Prabhupada and his ISKCON society. In mundane sports, there is a hierarchy of different competitive groups. The teams with the best players are in the topmost league. Maharaj, you are in a different league, practically in a league of your own. One of your followers was publishing excerpts from your Travels of a Struggling Sadhaka, literally from over 25 years ago, And even then, you were chanting 64 rounds daily, combined with lengthy parikramas around Govardhan Hill and study of sacred scriptures for hours each day. Many of the young people that Srila Prabhupada collected in America and Europe were disgruntled dropouts, but you were pursuing an engineering degree while maintaining yourself as a seeker of the truth. Then came that fateful day when you contacted a devotee and received Srila Prabhupada's literature. The rest is, as they say, history. For over 50 years, you have diligently maintained the highest standards of sadhana, preached with enthusiasm, and guided thousands of souls to the shelter of Srila Prabhupada's feet. The hundreds of disciples gathered here today are testimony to your dedication to the path of bhakti and to the great acharyas in our line, as well as to your nurturing care and concern for their spiritual well-being. I thank you for the kindness you have shown me on many occasions and pray that you will continue to do so. Wishing you the best of health and transcendental happiness. Your servant and godbrother, Medhavi Das. His Grace Medhavi Prabhu ki, His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj ki.
Thank you so much, Ramvijay Prabhu. Nash Prabhu, if you can get Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj's video ready. Okay, so next we're going to hear from His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami. Bhakti Chaitanya Swami and Maharaj have been serving in South Africa since the late 70s. Just a little interesting piece of information. So Guru Maharaj arrived in South Africa in 1974, and he's not the first lot of devotees that came to South Africa, but he is the devotee who never left. So he's actually the longest serving devotee in ISKCON South Africa. And Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj always speaks of Guru Maharaj with such deep affection and warmth, and now we get to hear his words of wisdom. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, devotees, please accept my best wishes, my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to His Holiness Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj. This is Bhakti Chaitanya Swami here from Johannesburg with just a few words of glorification and appreciation of His Holiness Partha Sarathi Maharaj. Actually, we've known each other since early 1973. So that means 50 years, or a little more than 50 years actually, 50 years and a few months. We joined at more or less the same time in early January 1973 in London, Sevenbury Place. Yes, the original kind of famous temple there. And of course, Partha Sarathi Maharaj, he came down here to South Africa shortly after, I forget exactly when it was, whether it was in 73 or maybe it was in 74, but then he came down here. So we were together, though, in Sevenbury Place, and we did service together quite a bit in those very early days. The main service we did together was book distribution. We were going out with a couple of other devotees. There was a small team of us going out distributing books every day, a lot of the time in central London, other times sort of around surrounding towns and places. And you know what, I can say one thing very clearly. Every time we went out, Partha Sarathi Maharaj distributed more books than me. It's true. It really is true. And in that way, he showed that, as he's been showing here, what an inspired, empowered, wonderful preacher he is, and he always has been, really able to touch people's hearts and get them to accept Krishna consciousness. So, of course, then he came down to South Africa, whenever it was either 73 or 74, as I recall. And we didn't see each other for a while until I came down to South Africa. That was January 1980. So we had 6 or 7 years or something of separation. But then we were together again. I was based at Cato Ridge, and he was doing the tent campaign. At least when I came down, he was doing the tent campaign, and he continued doing it until, from that time at least, until sometime in 82. And I would go to the tent campaign fairly regularly and participate, just be there. And Partha Maharaj, he was the heart of the tent campaign. Many of you would be well aware of that, in that he led the kirtans. He would get the left-hand side versus the right-hand side chanting competition. He would do that every night. The boy lighties and the girl lighties. Yes. And he would give the classes, and he would take part in the dramas. Oh, I saw many times the fish play. I think he would be Mr. Fish. Anyway, he'd have a major part in that drama. And then there was another one, I think it was Lust, Anger, and Greed. And he would play, even though he's the official, the Swami, running this whole big public program, he would take part in, you could say, these humble types of presentations of these dramas. And then, well, you all know, then 82, whatever any of us were doing was more or less dropped, and we all went out to raise funds for construction of the Radharanath temple. And Partha Maharaj came out with us. He came with our team, first of all. As I recall, the first place he went to, where he joined us, was Bloemfontein. And, so different from preaching, just every day, to selling paintings. What a change of service. But, he's such a dedicated devotee. He just made the transition and became hugely successful. With Shrutakirti Prabhu, they were a team for some time, and they were so successful in and around the Joburg, Pretoria area. So it just shows what a great soul, great preacher, amazing preacher. But if the need arises, he can do something else, even completely different, in service to Srila Prabhupada. So today is his appearance day, and it's very exciting, and I'm very excited myself. I wish Partha Sarathi Maharaj all the very, very best. And if I can be of any service, please let me know, and I'll certainly do my best to assist. So we wish you a long life, as good health as possible, and so you can do more and more service to Srila Prabhupada and help more and more people become devotees and help more and more devotees to make progress. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His Holiness Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj ki. Dear devotees, thank you so much for staying with us, sitting on the floor. We know it can't be very easy. While we set up for the Abhishek ceremony, I'll give you a little anecdotes about the 10 campaign and book distribution. So I just in line with Maharaj's, Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj's offering to Guru Maharaj, we'd like to offer Guru Maharaj book scores for Vyasa puja. So Guru Maharaj, a total of 82 devotees and 4 teams distributed 2,002 books, BVT books. This includes 68 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kudos to the Gauteng devotees who did most of it. 3 sets of Srimad Bhagavatam for children. So while we're setting up for the Abhishek, I want to share, in 2018, I was distributing books in the Ridge Shopping Center, which is just across here. And I stopped a gentleman with a book, and he, without me saying anything, he says, yeah, I was like, you're just taking it? Like that? And he said, yes. When I was a little boy, there was a white man who used to come and shower in our house. He lived in a bus, and he used to come and shower there. And I remember him, and I remember how he left the house. So even though Guru Maharaj may not be directly distributing books, for me, that was a direct Guru Maharaj distributing that book. So we are waiting for the Abhishek devotees to set up. This is the 3rd call for the Abhishek devotees. So Guru Maharaj wants to see his new book. Dear devotees, this book was 6 years in the making, mostly because of my many failings. But I want to thank the many devotees that helped put this book together, notably Nikunja Vilasani Dasi, who took the rough script and sorted it through and created sections and topics, and we are very grateful to her for that. This Struggling Sadhaka notes, you will see the posters around the temple room. They're actually from the new book. So if you read them, that's excerpts from the new book. It is a compilation of Guru Maharaj's Journal of a Struggling Sadhaka, volumes 1 to 4. We consolidated it, we grouped together topics, and it makes a beautiful read. So this journal is from 1994 to 1997. Guru Maharaj kept meticulous record of his activities. If we think of the 10 campaign, he kept record of how the 10 campaign was run. He would visit 3 families before the 10 campaign began. He would run the 10 campaign, and then he would talk to families till about 10 or 11 o'clock every night. So that's the kind of work Guru Maharaj put into the 10 campaign. This book will definitely nourish your devotion. It's very easy reading. I just want to ask the devotees to please switch your phones to silent. We're still waiting for the Abhishek to be... We ready? Okay. So we can begin the Abhishek. Hare Krishna. The Kirtan party.
Oh, Haribol. So this is just published, first time, and it's on special offer. So please take one or two or three. So now I will escort my senior godbrothers, Srila Indraduna Maharaj and Srila Ramanuja Prabhu, because it's not appropriate for the bathing ceremony to be in front of the godbrothers. But I thank you very much. And would like Indraduna Maharaj to come a little bit more often, if possible. He's a real, they say, live wire. Really the personification of utsahan, enthusiasm. I listened to your, what was it? Oh, they came running. It was very, very nice. And it was on dundavat.com. But what I got from it was just pure enthusiasm. This enthusiasm. And then I thought of the gopis. They're not great scholars. We're actually not very great scholars, but they have enthusiasm to serve Krishna. So I immediately thought of, I saw this with Srila Indraduna Maharaj, just unadulterated, pure, raw enthusiasm. Amazing. So I will see them now off, and then they'll do this other thing.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna devotees, now that you've gotten to stretch your legs, we ask you to please sit down so everybody can get to watch the Abhishek. We are ready. Just a reminder to please allow Guru Maharaj's Facebook page live stream to be uninterrupted. Devotees, please take your seats. Remember, give your chair away to somebody older or who needs it. And if our beloved God brother Seva Kunj Prabhu can make his way to Guru Maharaj's Vyasa San. Thank you, Seva Kunj Prabhu. If the devotees can just help him get to the front, Yavat Prabhu. Please help Seva Kunj Prabhu to the front. Abhishek team, are we ready? I need an indication from the Abhishek team if you are ready. Thank you. Welcome back, Guru Maharaj. Chaitanya Prabhu, are you ready?
Srila Partha Sarathi Das Goswami Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Samsara dava nalalida loka tranaya karunya gana ganatvam samsara Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam Vande Guru Shri Mahaprabhu ki Tananitya Madhyan Manasor Seinam Romanchakam Sutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam Vigraradhananitananam Shringaratan Mandiramandanaro Shringaratan Mandiramandanaro Yuktasya Bhaktam Chanayunjatovi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam Chaturvida Shri Bhagavad Prasada Swadana Triptan Haribhakta Sangam Kriptaiva Tripti Haribhakta Seva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinam Shri Radhika Madhavayorapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupanam Pratikshana Svajanalolupasya Pande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayo no Radhikeli Sijay Yaya Libiruktirapekshaniya Ratratirakshan Adivalabhasya Pande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shakshadarite Nasamasta Shasti Uktasatavavyativa Sandi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Pande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya prasada bhagava prasada Yasya prasada nagati kunjobe Jayam Subham Stasya Sasri Sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. Partha Sarathi Gurudeva, Partha Sarathi Gurudeva. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Srila Partha Sarathi Das Swami Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. We now invite Kalpavriksha Prabhu. Kalpavriksha Prabhu, if he can please offer the Sri Vyasa Puja book to Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj, please accept this as a humble offering from all of us. So Guru Maharaj is getting very tired, devotee, so we're going to just speed things up a little. I ask that the cake, the birthday cake, be brought forward. Devotees, if you can please bring the birthday cake forward. Chaitanya Das Prabhu, maybe we can have kirtan while this is happening. Oh, go around. Yeah. If the birthday cake can come through, please. Jai. Whoa.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna before. Hare Krishna. So devotees, we're almost at the very end of our program. We just want to do our vote of thanks quickly. We want to thank Sri Sri Radharanath Temple, the leadership, and the resident devotees for allowing us to host the Vyasa Puja here. We want to thank all of you for spending all this time with us. It's been wonderful to be together after such a long time. We are going to begin the Sri Guru Puja. Just a little bit of housekeeping to help the Guru Puja go smoothly. Again, I'd like to ask that those devotees that are 70 and over, please come to the front of the queue to offer your flowers. This is your chance to offer your petals and your garlands. Please, devotees, allow those devotees that are 70 and over or have health issues to please come forward. The line for the men will be on that end, and the line for the women will be on my end here. Please, the devotees sitting directly in front of Guru Maharaj, I ask that you please form a little passage. If the devotees in the middle can please clear out and form a passage. Dear devotees, kindly stand up and clear out. Hare Krishna devotees, if we can just line up. So, sorry. Hare Krishna devotees, I see the passage is not cleared up as yet. We want to be able to make this process as comfortable for Guru Maharaj as possible. Please create a passage for Guru Maharaj. Allow those that are over 70 to go first. And we will be allowing 2 to 3 devotees to offer petals at the same time. I see many young people in the front. I know. Oh, young people in the front, please give way for the elderly and create that passage. You are requested not to pay your obeisances in front of Guru Maharaj. Is the Guru Puja Kirtan party ready?
Yes.
All right. Is the Arati devotees ready? Okay. I see there's some people standing in front of the Arati people. You have to move away. Hare Krishna. Everybody. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Tadma.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati
Manomohi Savadana Mate Yara Prasade Bhai Eva Vatoriyaya. Krishna Prapti Hoya Vaite Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Kya. Arana Koriyo Mane Asha. Shri Guru Charane Rati Esa Uttama Gati. Ye prasade pure sarva asha. Ye prasade pure sarva asha. Chakudan dilo ye janme janme Prabhu se. Divya Gyani de Prokosito Prema Bhaktiya Vite Avidya Vinasarate Vede Gaya Rajarito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokerajivana Ha Prabhu kore doya de more pada jaya Ha Prabhu kore doya de more pada jaya Devi Asta Gusu Tribhuvana Devi Asta Gusu Tribhuvana Srila Guru De Patita Pavana Srila Guru De Patita Pavana Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Jaya Jaya Guru Dev Guru Dev Guru Dev Jaya Guru Dev Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyata Desatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vedadaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vedadaya Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jai Govinda, Jai Gopal, Keshava Madhava Dina Daya. 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 Dina Daya Prabhu, Dina Daya, Dina Daya Prabhu, Dina Daya. Shama Sundara Kanayala Giri Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Shama Sundar Kanayala. Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Nanda Dular Prabhu 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 Nanda Dular. Shama Sundar Kanayala Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Shama Sundar Kanayala Girivardhari Nanda Dular. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Hare Haraya Nama Krishna, Yadavaya Nama, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Ki Madhusudan, Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan, Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita, Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita, Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita, Hari Guru Vaishnava Shirup Nitanatan Vataraguna, Shirup Nitanatan Vataraguna, Shijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraguna, Shijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraguna, Shijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraguna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Little faster, little faster. No, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hey. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Partha, pick it up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Closer. They need to change their beat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. He's looking at Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Balaram, Hey Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Gaurani Jai Jai, Gaurani Jai, Jai Gaurani Jai, Gaurani Jai. Hey Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Hey Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Hey Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Gaurani Jai Jaya Gaurani Jai. Hey Gaurani Jai Jaya Gaurani Jai. Hey Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Hey Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Hey Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam. Hey Radhe Shyam Jai Radhe Shyam. Hey Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram. Hey Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Hey. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Nityananda Ram Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jai Nityananda Ram Jai Nityananda Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Bolo.